The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Yes, sir! You don't want that! You don't want that! You don't want that! Tight right! Tight right! Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit. Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ohio! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Come on, let's go! White 90!
He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tight on the left. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
3 down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
44, Mike, 44.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Three down. Under crush.
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's where you belong. Back. Gun. Here we go now. 319.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals Jones. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Gun. 4 down. Check. 4 down. I got it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Set. Blue 90. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Wagner. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4 down. Yes.
trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Wagner. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Now Matt Prater for the point after.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Motion.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tight end right. 4 down.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, Defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Flex round. Flex round. 4 down. Here we go. White, 90. White, 90. Mike spoke both. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Gun.
And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the shift. Here we go. Check him loose. Check the call. Check the call.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Tackle.
Looking to throw. Wagner under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT,
Here we
right?
go.
In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. What? 90. What?
Looking to throw. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Ohio. We got three, fellas. We got three. Flex round. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Check that.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Stand up over there. Ohio. Check Mike 27. Flex round. Ohio. Push him back. Ohio.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. 27, Mike 27. Watch the out. Ohio.
They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Four down. Check. 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there, 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down, Wagner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Throwing after the interception, Wagner. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Wagner. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check three.
A handoff to Barkley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
from the gun on third down. Wagner. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Alert! Alert! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! All day, baby, all day. Flex round! Flex round! Twist, twist! Hey, 50!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Here we go!
And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go one more! Ohio! Ohio! 44's Mike. Check, check. Ohio! Ohio! Slam!
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Watch it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3 down.
And the blitz does come. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gun! All right, here we go. 319! 319! 52's the mic right here. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Wagner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gun!
on second down. Wagner flushed out right. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
4 down. Alert. Watch safety creep.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 56, the mic, boys, 56.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Take it. Mike.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Right there. All day, baby.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch you now, Barney. Hey, 4 down. Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Watch him now, Barney.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his into the end zone. Oakland Raiders, touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Double tight. Three down. Shift. Check. Ohio.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Three down.
Back to throw here. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Who got 17? Flex round!
They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
What? 90. What? 90. Out. Hey, check Mike, 27. Check Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's looking deep for Bell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 down. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Gun! Hey, watch 11. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight ends right. Everyone's got 4 down. Mike's 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
3 down. Watch him now, Barney. Switch. Mike's 59. Detroit! I got him. Gun! Watch the slant.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He gets away from one. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Wagner. Green with a catch left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Inside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Whip. Watch the whip.
He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
What? 90. He's coming.
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road band together and get it done.
So for Oakland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win.